when the MRI results had come back, I was in Gympie on the way to a weightlifting comp down in Brizzy. So by this point, my it's tender. Physio called me and was like, do not lift. You've made a meal of this. Yeah, I ended up fracturing my L5, the discs between my L3, L4, L5, L5 and S1 were all bulged. Yeah.
Made a meal of it, all right.
That's some Ronnie Coleman shit.
Manifest Podcast.
All right, g'day. How we going? Got Tallis Nunn on today. How are you, mate?
Yeah, pretty good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just finished a big day at work, to be honest, but should be right.
Big first day back.
Yeah, big first day after 7 off, so it's a tough gig.
What's been happening with you, bro?
Not much, eh? Just playing footy at the moment. Just starting to get back into me training a bit. So, just ticking along. Working hard.
Yeah, you got your apprenticeship your third year?
Yeah, just halfway through my third year now. So,
What are you doing?
Lecky, so just electrical, no instrumentation, so it's just 4 years.
Yep. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah,
Where's that at?
Platinum Electrical, just a smaller contract in town.
Is it just domestic and commercial, though?
Yeah, domestic commercial. We've done a couple jobs in industry, but yeah, not too much.
Yep. We'll kick into it, bro. CrossFit and weightlifting, that's kind of like your achievements are at.
Yeah,
so how'd you get, which one was first? CrossFit you got into?
Yeah, kind of got into CrossFit back in school. Would have been about grade 10. Had a bloke in my homeroom who was gun at CrossFit, and I was a bit on the...
Was that Will Carney?
It was Will Carney, yeah. Yeah, I was a bit on the chubbier side, and I thought, I should probably do something about this, and went down, gave CrossFit a go, and kind of took to it, loved it. I've always sort of been decent at any sport I try, and then I went and did CrossFit, and CrossFit's pretty much mostly sports combined into one.
Yeah, yep.
So I took to it, started training, started competing, and then it just all kind of snowballed from there.
Yep. So what age were you there? You were...
I would have been 16.
Yep. So grade 10-ish.
Yeah.
Grade, yep.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, so you kicked in from there, and like I said, snowballed. So you just snowballed, you started just getting addicted.
Yeah, just kind of got stung by it, and then, a bit addicted, and started competing, went up to a comp in Rocky, and then I had some bald dude approach me out of nowhere, and he turned out to be the Queensland weightlifting coach, so he hit me up, kind of took me under his wing, started solely training weightlifting, which is your like Olympic style weightlifting, so your snatch and your clean and jerk.
Yep.
Yeah, just started doing that religiously every day. I dropped out in I finished grade 11, never went back.
True. So you dropped out?
Yeah, finished up grade 11, work experience over the Chrissy holidays.
Yeah.
Offered a job, and that was me.
Yeah, far out. That's unreal, eh?
So yeah, took that opportunity and ran with it.
So sorry, you keep going. Yeah,
it's been good, but man, I wish I did grade 12.
Yeah.
Some of the stories that come out of that.
Oh, we'll have to bring a few of them up later. That's what I was just saying before, like, fuck, surely, bro, got a few fucking funny stories up your sleeve.
There's a few.
Your grade was fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, it was pretty hectic.
So, yeah. So CrossFit and Glade is actually pretty strong, eh? When you joined Tia Claire Toomey, she would have been there at the time.
Tia was the one that signed me up.
Oh, true.
Walked into CrossFit, no idea who she was. She just got back from the CrossFit Games, and I walked in. Just wanted to lose a little bit of weight, and freaking best CrossFitter in the world signing me up. So yeah, trained under Shane, who's Tia's coach. So straight off the bat, I had a great start. Technique was drilled into me early on, so I didn't have too much to fix.
Yep.
Then once I started training with Miles, who's the Queensland coach, I was solely weightlifting, kind of backed off the CrossFit side of it a bit.
Yep.
And then, ended up qualifying for the Queensland team in my first year. And then from there, just kind of progressed to trying to make Australia. Had a couple bigger competitions, Canberra, Perth. And then, kind of all went a bit sideways when it hurt me back. But, just starting to fully recover from that now, and being able to train again is good.
Yep.
How do you go with, like, you obviously go on all these joints to compete and all that? Is this coming out of your pocket to pay for all this? Or is there like a sponsor or something that...
At the lower levels, so when I was qualifying,
Yeah.
there wasn't any funding. So it was out of my pocket, but it was only up to Townsville,
Yeah.
Brisbane. It wasn't too big of trips. And then when I went to Perth, we just did like a fundraiser at the gym. The CrossFit community down there helped me out
Yep.
tremendously, like paid for a massive chunk of the trip. And then, yeah, talking to some of the guys at ASN, like I get free stuff from ASN, so
Yeah, wow.
all my supplements and stuff I don't have to pay for, which doesn't seem like much, but it all adds up. So,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure, bro. It's good to have people in the community back you like that, eh? Gives you a bit of confidence. And
I was a bit worried there wasn't going to be too many show up because weightlifting competitions are few and far between in smaller towns.
Yep.
It's not the most popular sport. In cities, it's pretty big, but so are every sport.
It's like it's like that for sure in every sport. And you find like in small communities like Glady and that, everyone's in it when they're young. Everyone's like playing team sports and everyone gets apprenticeships and goes to uni. Like they even go down to
You
the
hit
cities.
18 basically.
You hit 18 and sports are die, bro. Like
Yeah.
even like the footy's like struggling to get teams together. Like what are you playing in footy? You're playing like under 20s and you got like 17-year-olds and like
Yeah,
18, 19.
it's technically an under 19s comp, but they allow
5 20s.
5 under 20s. And we have some players play up just to get teams together most weeks. So.
Yep.
And even then, it's a 3-team comp. It's us, Tannum, and Emerald.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's died off heaps.
As much as like everyone loves their footy, like your apprenticeships, if you do get injured, that fucking puts you out for weeks.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, unless you're playing at the higher levels, like Capras, all that. It's
Risk versus reward. Kind of have to take that into consideration.
Yeah, exactly. Like how good's having a beer with your mates after footy or going to work and getting paid. Like if you get injured playing footy, then you can't go to work and then you lose your livelihood and I take the risk, fuck it.
How good are them beers after footy?
Yeah. Just on the 4X tinnies, eh? Fucking no. So like your achievements, so I think someone look at your feed, you've got a few Queensland Championship first place and you made the Queensland team in weightlifting.
Yeah, so my first ever state championships I went to and, pretty well cleaned up. Did way better than I was expecting to. Went there, come first in my weight category. So everything's in weight categories.
Yep.
And, I actually ended up winning pound for pound strongest junior in Queensland that year. So
Fuck, true.
Yeah, wow.
So, overshot my expectations.
You kind of had nothing to lose, eh? Just go on there first time and
Yeah, I was just going there to show up, have fun pretty much. And,
that's a go.
Yeah, ended up walking out of there winning.
Covered in bling.
Surely you were like doing your reps or whatever of like, or like lifting your max and you were like, fuck, this is like pretty heavy. Like surely no one else can lift this heavy.
Oh, look,
Surely like somewhere in your head you were like, this is heavy.
there's times when you lift and you get it just off the ground and you're like, how am I going to get this above my head?
Yeah.
Like, it's just not going to happen, and then it just does. It kind of, you blink and it's already done.
Yep.
It's all muscle memory. You just walk out there and do what you've done in training thousands of times.
Far out.
So with weightlifting, what's kind of like your schedule leading up to a competition? How far out are you starting to prep for that? Like 12 weeks out, 8 weeks out in terms of food and or your training, you're starting to back off and like deload?
Yeah, so it's sort of at the start of the year when the calendar comes out, we'll sit down and go through all the comps we're going to try and really get after.
Yep.
Because the qualifying totals to make the Australian team are a whole nother story. Like you don't even have to do that at States. You just have to do it at some point throughout the year.
Yeah, okay.
You still have to place at States.
Yep.
But you don't have to hit the qualifying total at States. So, we kind of pick and choose competitions during the qualifying periods. And, so say I'll pick a comp in 2 months' time from now. I'll keep training and eating as normal, depending how heavy I am, actually. Some of my weight cuts have been pretty rough.
Yeah.
Some of them, I've been sitting a bit heavy and I'm flying out to comps 3 kilos over.
Yeah.
So,
what are you doing that? Do you have to do like, how you got your MMA fighters and you'll see them in the saunas like trying to drop weight,
water cutting.
Yeah, sitting in saunas, not eating. When I went over to Perth, I think I left Gladstone. I was 3.8 kilos or something, nearly 4 kilos over. Got to Perth. All I'd eaten that day was one of them little muffins they give you on the plane, and just a couple small bottles of water. Not taking anything in. And I was wrecked as soon as I got there. Just went to bed pretty much. Woke up, and then I'd only lost like 0.4 of a kilo, not eating all day. So
It'd be so hard to do that and then go try lift your max weight.
Yeah.
When you've had like zero carb loading, and fuck, how do you go through that, eh? That's just
one thing fighters. I'm not saying fighters do it easy by any means, but they get a day to recover after weighing.
Yep.
Weightlifting, you weigh in at 12 and then you lift at 1.
Yeah, wow.
So you don't even there's a small window. You won't get to digest much at all.
No.
So you got to be very careful because if you don't eat properly, even just some days if you have a big night on the piss, you get up the next day, feel like shit.
Yeah.
And then the next day, didn't eat properly, feel shit again going to work. It's same thing sort of deal. You're just tired, don't want to do anything. And then they're like, yeah, you're up, go lift.
What's that? So when you hit that window, do you weigh in, you make it out to your lift, are you just smacking back electrolytes and like trying to get any form of energy possible?
So my go-to was a Macca's Mighty Muffin.
Macca's Mighty Muffin.
Well, I don't know why.
Just all the calories and
that's just what I got around. Macca's Mighty Muffin and a Powerade. Just sip on that.
Yep.
And then I tried to take pre-workout before 1, but I think my stomach was still too empty, and it just sent me into a bit of a spiral. Sore stomach, but made it happen. So
yep,
all worked out in the end.
Yeah, that's crazy. And like, so from weightlifting there, like you got third at nationals.
Yeah,
correct, or second or third?
Third. So over in nationals, I come third.
And from there, does it go on to a world championships for juniors?
Juniors have a world championships and an Oceania championships.
Yep.
So after that comp, I was meant to go to a comp in January, which was this year's qualifying event for states.
Yep.
And 2 months before that was when I found out about my back. So that really put a dampener on everything, really, because that was the competition. I was chasing that qualifying total to make the Australian team, and I would have gone.
And what did you do to your back for the people like listening?
So I made a bit of a mess of it. I fractured my L5.
Yeah, the L's are like the things on the side of.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what I'm
so you
saying?
got your vertebrae, and then there's like a little wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just.
Far out.
Did you do that during a lift?
Back squat. I was getting ready for a comp, so lifting heavy. There would have been heavy singles or doubles even, like proper heavy. And kind of stood out at the top of one. And it wasn't during the lift, it was as soon as I took the weight off my back.
Yep.
Was it like a nerve shoot?
Down my leg,
Yeah. That's what Tyler was saying. He got like hit in the back playing footy, and he just felt like someone had just like shot a nerve, and it just went down his leg.
Yeah, it felt like someone took a knife to the inside of my leg and it just ripped down.
Oh, shit.
And then I was just like in the gym by myself, just looking at the roof. Laying there. I think I laid there for about an hour.
Fuck, you move some weight. I've done a few gym sessions with you, bro. You move some weight, bro. You would have been doing like 180, 200s.
Yeah, well that squat was 210.
Yeah.
I like by yourself.
Yeah, well that's
that's fucking crazy.
That's another day in the gym though.
Yeah, that's normally pretty routine. So
Yeah.
I wasn't too stressed about it, and then it just like that just happened.
Fuck, what if someone just walk in and find you on the ground, just on your back, just
No, I ended up crawling to my car and just driving home. So at the time, I'd had something similar happen before, and I went to physio, and they were just, muscle spasm, don't worry about it. So I was treating this the same. Like, it was worse, but in my head, I didn't want it to be.
Yep.
So I was just telling myself, it's just muscle spasm, don't worry about it, sleep it off. Went to bed, went to work the next day, and I had a job in Miriamvale. That's about an hour drive, half an hour drive. By the time I'd gotten there, my back had just locked up. I couldn't walk, couldn't get out of the car.
Yep.
I'd gone to work, driven there, gone to start work. I'm like, I can't do this, call me boss. Let him know what had happened. He's just like, yeah, come home. got home, ended up getting mum and dad to come pick me up from work to take me home. I just couldn't drive. It was pretty bad.
Did your feet just like you couldn't? You had lost control of your feet and everything, or just?
It was
the
just
pain?
like pins and needles,
Yep.
like randomly. Like, it wasn't consistent. It was just random. I had no idea what was going on. I started to freak out of it. And yeah, went home, was in bed for about 2 days, and then flew down to Brizzy to see the weightlifting team physio. It was just who I trusted. All the people in town just tell me the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just see what happens and come back next week.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went down.
Thanks for $200.
Yeah, so I went down there to get people's advice that I'd dealt with before and knew
Yep.
what they were talking about. And then they sent me back, got some MRIs, and then they're like, yeah, it's bad. And when I got the call, when the MRI results had come back, I was in Gympie on the way to a weightlifting comp down in Brizzy.
Oh,
So by this point, my it's tender, but I had to go to that comp to be able to go to the next competition.
yep.
So in my head, I was just go there, do the bare minimum, just get it done. And yeah, we're in Gympie, and physio called me and was like, do not lift. You've made a meal of this. Yeah, I ended up fracturing my L5, the discs between my L3, L4, L5, and S1 were all bulged.
Holy fuck.
So yeah,
Made a meal of it, all right.
That's some Ronnie Coleman shit.
So it was like, even she said, she's like, you can't put this down to bad technique. It's just pure overload.
Yep.
And looking back at it now, I overtrained so much because that is all my life revolved around.
Yeah.
It was training, eating, sleeping, working.
I know 100% where you come from when it comes over training. You feel like you do a gym session at home, you're feeling good, you're like, fuck, let's go back training again. And you just get in that mindset, and over time, like, I don't know, you just tell yourself you're lazy, eh?
Yeah,
and
well,
if you're not training hard enough, and
yeah, you get in your own head a bit. And it was also hard for me, grade 12, well, what would have been my grade 12 when all my mates were still in school.
yep,
I'd work all day, and then all I'd have to look forward to was going to gym in the afternoon.
yep,
Because it's just what made me feel good about myself, like happy.
yep.
But then I'm at work, seeing all them having fun at school. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and you couldn't even go to the gym. Yeah.
And then, I got injured. And then again, I was telling myself, this is your fault, blah, blah, blah. And it's just, at
You're just in your own head, you find out.
at the end of the day, shit happens. Like, you just got to take it on the chin, do your rehab. I'm back now. I'm back playing footy. So that was one of the things that actually amazed me was my physio told me footy would be safer for my back than weightlifting.
Yeah,
She didn't want me to go back to weightlifting until sort of end of this year.
Yeah, okay.
But in I think it was April, I got the clearance to play footy,
Yep.
which doesn't make sense to me, but I took it. I needed something. I needed something to look forward to, something to train for.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah.
100%. And like that's one of the biggest things about maturing in the gym is understanding how important rest is.
Yeah.
Especially for young blokes when they are starting in the gym, they're just pumping it out and they don't understand that rest is almost as important as actually lifting the weight.
So much stuff you can do out of the gym will benefit you way more than that extra session will. Like
Yep.
resting, sleeping, eating properly.
Food's massive.
Yeah. It's-
Massive.
Especially like training with such heavy loads. If you eat shit 2 days in a row, no energy. You're not hitting your numbers you meant to. Then you get in your own head again.
Yep.
And it all comes in circles.
Yep. So what's your diet? You'd be high carbs, high protein.
I'm just high everything.
Yeah. You'd be trying to get as much in as possible, eh?
Yeah, so I lift in the 89 kilo category. So I walk around and train at about 92, 93. And I can hold that eating about 2,500, 3,000 calories a day.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I've kind of found that happy medium with volume of training. And it also depends too. Sometimes I do a bit of extra CrossFit and I just got to be mindful. I need to eat more that day
Yep.
just to stay at that weight because I can drop weight off pretty quick, but then you can't perform as well weightlifting. So.
Yeah. 100%. Like how much difference 4 kilos can make in your lifts.
Oh, yeah.
It's
a lot.
crazy, eh? Yeah. 100%.
That was the first time I did first ever weightlifting comp, first time I'd cut weight, just did it all wrong. I was at training, hitting my numbers, and then sort of a week before the comp, I was sitting at like 95. And I'm like, shit. I've got to lose 6 kilos
Fuck.
in 7 days.
That's a lot of. That's a kilo a day, bro.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh no, this sucks. So I was like a week out already sauna and not eating, and just did it all wrong. Got to the comp, missed my numbers by 10, 15 kilos each.
Yep.
Still hit the totals I needed to go to the next event, but yeah, didn't place, didn't perform well at all. But it's a good learning curve. Same as this injury. Look, as much as it sucks that it happened, there's a part of me that's glad it happened early and not further down the track where it's nothing I can really do about it.
Yep.
Because, yeah, weightlifting, you've got under 23s and they just have that because as men develop, there's just such a massive difference.
Yeah.
Them extra years, mate. So they put under 23s in there to kind of keep people competitive, keep people in the sport a bit. So that's what I'm looking forward to now is making that Australian team for the under 23s.
Yep. Yeah, that'd be a massive achievement. Have you ever had Commonwealth Games and like Olympics in your mind as well?
Yeah, well,
maybe one day.
that one in Brisbane was, I reckon, is on the cards.
Oh, Brisbane Olympics.
Yeah, that's a big goal.
Yep, 2032.
Yeah, that's the one I'm aiming for, I reckon.
Yeah, 100, bro. Go for it. There's nothing stopping you.
I mean, I'm not happy. I don't know if I'm happy or sad that it's in Brisbane.
Because you want to travel.
Because like if I make it, I'm just going down the road.
Yeah, exactly. It's just another Brizzy trip.
Yeah. You can't want to like go somewhere cool like Japan or like Paris next year.
Well, the junior world championship's the one that I was pretty well on the way to go to was in Greece.
Oh, that would have been dope.
And that was what I was more angry about was the fact that I couldn't go to Greece.
Yeah.
Imagine just traveling and doing something you love at the same time. But like at the same time, you don't see as much apparently when you're going there for like events and stuff.
Bro. You be
talking to some of the guys, you travel with the team, but once it's done, they give you they pay for your return flight, but you pick the date.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
So if you want to stay for an extra week or two, you just say, I'll fly out.
That's clean.
Yeah, that's actually unreal. Yeah.
So you could get to see a bit, but at the same time, it's just you. Some of the other weightlifters stay. There was a few of them that went around Turkey, I think it was, that I was talking to.
Yeah.
They went over there for a weightlifting comp and then, had a holiday after it and they said it was wicked.
Oh, fuck yeah, it would be.
Yeah, that'd be dope. And being a pro, like, you would be just going straight airport, accommodation, where you're performing.
Yeah, even my trips to Perth were like that. You get off the plane, go check in your hotel, go to the venue, suss out the venue, go to the training hall, get a quick session in before.
Yep.
So either the day or two before, you'll just do like a real light session, 20, 40 kilos, not much at all, just to get moving because you've been on a plane all day. I don't know, after I travel, I'm like an old man.
Yeah, everything seizes up.
Yeah. It's good having that bit of a walk to the luggage, so you have a bit of time to stretch out,
Especially, on the way to Perth, I was stuck next to the largest person on the plane, I reckon. But there wasn't even potential to fight over the armrest. It was just my seat.
It was like they weren't even using the armrest, their fucking belly fat was type situation.
All over.
His arms are on top of that.
It wasn't the best flight, but we got there.
Yeah. Fuck, they're always rough flights, You always get stitched up on the flights like that,
Yeah, it couldn't have been the short one from Gladstone to Brisbane or something. It had to be from Brisbane to Perth.
Yeah.
Even then, it's not that long, but it's long enough to be uncomfortable.
100%, bro. Kicking into probably the next one, your side hustles, bro. I know. I remember when we first started chatting, you were going on about your 2 properties you own. I couldn't believe it. You were like fresh second year kind of thing. You already have a house and an apartment.
Yeah.
Mentioned earlier. So how'd you get into that?
So it was kind of always one of my goals was buy a house as soon as possible. The market was in a bit of a dip at the time around town, sort of just recovering after COVID and all that. Not many people had money to throw around. people had to sell their houses, all the rest of it. And I was just in a position, through school, I was always working 2 jobs, always saved. I didn't drink too much. So, yeah, kind of worked my way up into a position to be able to. And then obviously mum and dad were massive help getting that sorted. They're pretty well guarantors. Like without them, I wouldn't have been able to get the loan.
Yep.
So it was all my money, but yeah, they just helped out paperwork and essentially telling the bank that they'll take the risk. So 'cause you walk into a bank, at the time I was still 17.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So I walked into a bank and I was like, yeah, I want a loan for 240,000.
You probably have to be 18 to get a loan too, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things. I actually signed the mortgage paperwork on my 18th birthday. So I'd lined it up with them. I walked in there when I was 17. I'm like, all right, I want a loan for 230,000 or whatever it was.
Yep.
And they're like, no, who are you?
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, Dad, come here.
Yep.
And then went in, sorted it out, and then literally signed the paperwork on my 18th birthday. Didn't waste any time.
Yeah, that's the go, bro.
Got that sorted out.
It's good you had that mindset early, eh? About getting
Yeah, I was just, the position I was in was so fortunate not having that money. So, and because I was training too,
Yep.
Yeah.
didn't go out on weekends.
Did you have like first time owners and all that as well?
No, because mum and dad were involved.
Oh, okay, righto. So that's how that works.
So yeah, I think I still could have, but I also was buying it as an investment property, so I
Yeah.
wasn't living in it.
Exactly, yeah.
So
Cause if
because
you
it's
do
not-
that,
Yeah,
you explain.
yeah, because it's not my permanent residence, you're not eligible anymore.
Yep.
So when I bought it, I think it was 2 weeks later, I literally went in, painted, cleaned it up,
Yep.
and then had tenants move into it straight away. They've been in
Far
there
out.
since.
That's how it's done, bro. You literally buy the joint, clean up the yard, just repaint the house, eh? Just slap someone
Yeah.
in there to pay it off.
Yeah, I literally bought it, and I was like, it's a bit of a dump. I'll just paint it, painted it, come up mint. And just,
Even the outside, like your houses with like that old shitty brickwork, you can paint over them, bro, and you can turn into $1 million, eh?
comes up clean as.
Yeah, 100. With that, was with your houses and that, I think, was it 10%, depending how much you put down, it's like how much, obviously, your interest is? Is that how it works? Like if you put down 20%, I think if you put down 20%, something to do with insurances, it works out in your way a lot better than if you were to put down 10%.
Yeah, well,
deposit.
if you put down more money, you owe the bank less money. So if you
Oh, for sure.
so for simple terms, we'll say your interest rate is 10%, which should never be that high. But
Yep.
yeah, say you take a $200,000 loan, you're buying a $200,000 house. If you put 50,000 down,
Yep.
your 10% is only calculated off 150,000, as opposed if you put 10,000 on it.
Yeah,
it's
okay, yeah,
calculated off 190,000.
Yep.
So that's just how that works. It's all a bit of a head fuck.
Yep.
But once you get your head around it, there's so much money to be made. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's something definitely I'm definitely looking into for future. And from that, did you buy your second property with equity on your first purchase of first property?
Yeah, so having that backing me going into the second one made the process so much easier. It was like,
Yep.
all right, I've already got this property. I'm making repayments, never missed a repayment.
Let's say that. Yep.
I've got this much more saved up on top of being able to make my repayments.
Yep.
I want another loan.
Yep.
And then from there, it was, a piece of piss to sort out.
Yep.
So at the moment, I've got quite a bit of equity in the first property, and I'm looking to use that, so I won't even have to put any money down, hopefully, to get a third house.
Yep.
And that'll be the one you live in, sort of thing. Do you reckon?
Probably not. I don't.
Just gonna keep camping out at home.
Yeah, I'm just.
So where are you at the moment?
I'm still at home with mum and dad. I'm, still kicking it. They haven't kicked me out yet.
Yeah.
A bit rough to kick a 19-year-old out, I reckon. But
Yeah.
Dad wants me to move on, I think.
Nah,
Yeah, especially that you
I'm
got-
21 still, don't lad, so all goods.
So true, but yeah, fucking killing it, man. That's props to you for doing that shit.
Yeah, the goal I set myself was a house each year in my apprenticeship.
Yep.
Holy ton. That's a lot, eh?
That's mad.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
a goal.
That's what I'm on track to, hopefully.
Yep.
So yeah, just keep accumulating, and before I know it, be a millionaire. just that simple.
100, bro. That's how it's easy as that, eh? And everyone makes it so complicated. They're like, oh, I'm never going to be fucking rich.
Yeah, well, I was
Damn.
down in Brizzy just chilling with some mates. And we were just sitting there. Looked up. We were staying at FV Peppers. Looked up at the building. I was like, I might buy one of these one day.
Yeah.
They were just like, shut up, dickhead. And I was like, nah, watch this.
Yeah.
Watch me.
That's the mentality.
Yeah.
That's the fucking mentality. I rate that.
Yeah, it's just real estate's always been something I've been interested in. And yeah, it's just, that's my goal.
100. And like you said, like, just fucking watch me do this shit, eh?
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, fucking, you're already halfway there, bro. Pretty much.
The hard bit's done. Once you're in, you're in.
Once you buy that first property, eh?
Money makes money.
19 two houses. That's crazy.
Yeah. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Is that where you got that from? Yeah.
Money makes money.
Yeah. Bro, I smashed that book out, eh? It's fucking clean. Funny stories, bro. You were talking about you coming back from your competition in Perth.
Yeah, so after Perth, I come third at Nationals. First year doing it. I was pretty stoked with myself.
Yeah, it's like celebration time.
Yeah, I've pulled up to the casino, still in my gym clothes. Fresh 18, didn't realise you had to
Like button up or not button up.
not
but
button up, but you can't wear gym clothes.
Yeah.
And I just had like my Queensland polo on and my friggin' LSKD shorts pulled up, and he's like, nah. I'm like, fuck you mean nah? I'm here to spend me money. Anyway, went back out, got changed, went back in. Oh, it was about 1,500, $2,000 gone.
Oh, shit.
Got pretty angry at that, and we had a red-eye flight back to Gladstone. This was on a Sunday night. I'd TAFE the next day, and we had the Qantas lounge.
Yeah.
So it was free beer and wine. Yeah, I got spastic on the red wine. So I was
It's Will all over again.
So I've lost all my money. And I was like, oh, well, night's over. We'll just go to the airport. Got to the airport at, it would have been about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Not late at all. Flight didn't leave till 12. I was just sitting there smashing on. And then, before I knew it, started feeling a bit uneasy. And I was standing up at the buffet, just all the free food. And I've opened up this pot, and it was like some stew. No idea what it was. Looked rank. And my stomach's just churned. And I was just unleashed and didn't know where to go. So I just went in the pot. So I'm just in the Qantas lounge. I've just spewed all over a lot of food. Like, they had to throw so much stuff. They weren't happy at all. And they were like, yeah, you cut off. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. And then, so they have showers there. And I went for a shower, come out, and was sitting on they have like a little stool for you to put your shoes and stuff on.
Yep.
And then just started going again, sitting down, just head in the bowl. Got back up, went for another shower. That cycle repeated for about half an hour. Got on the plane, got back to Brizzy, got an hour or two sleep on the flight. And then as soon as I got to Brizzy, still in the Qantas Club. So I've woken up feeling pretty good. Still blind.
Charged.
So I pulled up. It's freaking, pretty early in the morning, like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Just started drinking again. And then got on my next flight back to Gladstone. Dad picked me up from the airport, threw a work shirt at me. Ended up going to TAFE, and I was just crook at TAFE, spewing in the bin up the back, running out of the classroom. I ended up going home at lunchtime. Got sent home. The teacher was like, nah, I know you didn't do this on purpose. You had a big weekend, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I just told him I was crook. I didn't. It was probably pretty obvious, but
Yeah.
I was having a great time.
You would have made the fucking weight limit then.
I don't know. I polished off some food.
Oh, yeah.
Every weightlifting comp I've been to, I reckon I have a solid 5,000 calorie day after it.
Yeah.
Just don't stop
100.
eating.
I remember that time we went Top Golf. So we did a trip down Goldie. I was in Freeze. And then you pulled up with Bill Devlin. And we were getting food, and this cunt's just smashing like everyone's dinners, He's smacking back while we're waiting to play Top Golf.
Yeah.
And then everyone's joking around like, Reese is going like, yeah, big nunny, fucking gonna smack some golf balls. This cunt's like, yeah, I'm like a pro golfer pretty much. Thought he was taking the piss. The cunt full lines are up and smacked it. You know the massive Top Golf sign?
Yeah.
He hit it, cunt. just boost. I was just like, holy shit. And then Yeah, that was a hectic night.
Yeah, I was a bit of a prodigy back in my day.
Yeah, so you did golf back in the day too.
Yeah, I was a mad golfer. Freaking love-hate relationship with it. Just easiest game to get pissed off at. And that many arguments I got in with Dad. It was ridiculous. I think that was why we stopped. I think Mum stopped us because me and Dad were just constantly arguing. But no, it was, looking back at it, it's a pretty handy thing to have now. A lot of the boys are getting into golf.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah.
They're all pretty average, and I'm just out there having a good time.
What's the goal that, eh? Everyone turns like 20 and it's like, yeah, right, let's start throwing some gloves. Start whacking the gloves.
Yeah. No, it's good fun. Just get out
It's
of the
good
house.
because like you can drink while doing it. So
Yeah.
like, that's why a lot of people
That's probably
love
why it
doing
is. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
just pretty much an excuse to do day drinking.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's why Top Golf's like the money pit.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
whoever came up with that was pretty smart, man.
Oh, shit,
Well,
yeah.
female.
It's massive in the States, isn't it?
Pretty
much
think
everywhere.
so,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure it started over there.
Yeah. It's just gone haywire from there. And even like back then, saying the funny stories you got any from school, like you're saying your graded boys.
They were pretty wild, but I don't know if you boys had left yet once we started the CFC, the Fight Club.
Oh,
CFC
fuck.
fight
I saw all that shit on like Instagram and shit.
Yeah,
Like, but
that-
it was when we left.
That was the dumbest. I don't know what, like, all well and good have a fight club, but then to make an Instagram page
Yeah, that was
named after the school. And
Yeah. And it was in the Fortuna toilets, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Most
was
of
like
them?
every big break, that toilet would just get filled. We'd have fight cards, like all planned weeks in advance, people fighting different people.
You're kidding.
Lined up. Anyone who had beef was like, all right, use the next week, Tuesday.
Almost in grade 12, I think I know what you're talking about. You would have been, because if you were in grade 11.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I was still
so
grade
yeah, I
11.
would have still been there. Yeah, I think I've seen a few vids.
And then, yeah, we
A
had
bit wild.
we had a full friggin' proper fight club going on. Bets getting put on. Friggin' that toilet. Yeah, I don't think it had doors on the toilet. Soap dispensers. Everything just got trashed in that. toilet. But
Someone like Mr. Rose would have walked on you, and
That was
would have
was
been
the
it.
start of like teachers being allowed to go in toilets and
yeah,
all
but
that.
even
eh?
then, we packed the toilet that much they couldn't get in the door.
Oh,
So we'd be all screaming and carrying on. They obviously knew
what was going
what was
on?
going on, but they couldn't see it.
Yeah,
And then we'd get a talking to, and we'd just go back and do it because
who cares?
how are they gonna? They couldn't stop it really.
Yeah,
But then, yeah, they started putting them on Instagram, and the teachers just sitting there watching us flog each other
What
in
a
the
brilliant
toilet.
idea.
Yeah.
What a brilliant idea.
That got shut down real quick. They just locked the door on the toilet.
damn.
Yeah, they shut that down.
True star. And like, I think it was the year I graduated, so 2020, that's when teachers could storm toilets, because that's when vaping just like blew up.
Yeah,
I swear, as soon as I graduated school, like vaping just became the thing. And like everyone was like, even like hearing like my little brother tell me like grade 7 was
Grade
just
7,
punching
yeah,
him.
that's what I
in the
got told
toilets.
as well.
And just like, what the fuck, man?
yeah, nah,
That's a bit far, eh?
yeah. It's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
School
But-
got shit once we left, sort of thing. Like you're not even allowed to wear headphones and shit anymore.
Yeah, that's
Man, I don't know, but this next generation of kids aren't helping either.
Oh nah, fuck
We've
no.
mentioned it.
I don't know what's happened there, but
Yeah.
Oh, we've mentioned it before. I remember even being grade 12 and like all the fresh grade 7s coming in, and at lunchtime they're just all playing games on their laptops.
yeah.
Whether we'd be
Just-
out doing Fight Club, playing basketball and like tugby, or like I remember it's when the old office used to be, before the new office got
yeah,
built.
yeah.
The teachers couldn't see it from the old office, so we were playing like tackle footy on the
Yeah, you
oval
just
and
do what
shit
you want.
at like second break when there's no teacher on the oval. But yeah, we used to do all that shit. Now all they do is
Yeah, sit on their
games.
computer. And
Fucking wild.
another thing I noticed, I never made it grade 12, but in grade 11. If I was in grade 7 walking around and I saw a grade 11, even grade 10er,
Yeah.
I'm keeping my mouth shut, head down,
Yeah.
walking past. There's always one that has a cheeky comment or does something stupid and you just can't do anything back.
Yeah.
As soon as you do, you're in the wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I felt being grade 7. You looked at the grade 12s and they're like adults. That's
Yeah.
how it felt, eh? Then you got to grade 12 and you're like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's this bullshit. Then you look at the grade 7s and like you said, they're all just little cheeky guns.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, watch out. Future manifestations, bro.
Yeah, so really just starting to get back into training now. So there's obviously 2032 Olympics is quite a big one. But then, yeah, more the money side of it is, yeah, just keep the ball rolling on that real estate. So I think ideally that's my retirement plan, to be honest. I want to get to a stage where I can just live off that, manage properties,
Easy.
maybe even start managing other people's property, get in proper big investments with multiple people on,
Like run an agency
yeah,
type thing.
So, yeah, open up my own agency.
So I guess you looking at that, you'd be helping people find properties.
Yeah, helping people find property, and then instead of them going through a bank or something, I finance them.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So essentially becoming my own bank for real estate.
Yeah.
So then
100.
they pay me interest and all the rest of it.
That's a clean idea.
So yeah, that's long term plan, but
Yep.
that's where I'd like to end up.
Yep. 100%. And obviously, like, go your weightlifting, real estate, travel the world much, or?
Oh yeah, as soon as I reckon I'll probably finish up my apprenticeship, work for, I'd probably say 2 years, save up a heap, maybe get a couple more properties, and then take off for a bit.
Yep.
And then hopefully by then I've got some sort of other income.
Yep.
So I'm still working on that at the moment, just reading heaps, looking at different things, not 100% sure.
Don't want to be a Sparky.
Oh, it's not that I don't want to be a Sparky. I just don't want to
Work for someone.
Yeah, I just don't want to have to rock up to the same place.
Yeah, I feel
Day
ya.
in, day out.
Let's face it, none of us like work.
Yeah.
No one fucking does.
Yeah, that's why I said 2 years, because once you're a tradie for 2 years, if you want, you can get your contracting license.
Yeah,
Work for
exactly.
yourself. Or even just like casual electrical. Like, I just don't want to.
Cashies and shit would be good.
Yeah. I just don't want to be restricted by work.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if I want to take off to some other country for a couple of weeks, I can.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, if you don't have a job, where's that money coming from? So, yeah, you got to figure out a way to make money make more money and work less.
That's the plan for everyone,
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
everyone's goal.
And like even with social media and like all these courses going around, it is so easy today to be able to
Yeah.
build agencies and all that because you got a step-by-step process. And
Yeah, there's that much content out there to help you get there. It's crazy. Like I read heaps just because I feel like I take information in better.
Yep.
Just heaps of different business books. Like you said, Rich Dad Poor Dad was probably the first book I ever read.
Yep.
And then from there, that book just helped me heaps.
Reading that your first one, that because Robert goes into real estate and stocks.
That was why I read the book, because I was watching. I can't remember what it was. It might have been TEDx or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, he was talking, and then I was like, "No, this bloke seems pretty smart. He's got lots of money. I'll just do what he did."
Yeah. That's it.
Read his book, and I was, I can do that.
Yeah. 100.
That's kind of what I'm striving for. Another bloke, Grant Cardone, he's massive in America, billions of dollars worth of property. Whether I get that big, I don't know. Whether I want to get that big.
Yeah, that's the other thing, eh?
It gets to a certain point where it almost starts to consume you again. You start to lose that freedom. You got heaps of people relying on you.
I was going to say, once you get to that size, you have to get a team of people working for you, then you're relying on other people to manage your properties in a way. So
being a billionaire and all would be nice, but
the stresses and the dramas that would come with it.
a few million would do me, I reckon.
Yep.
Live a happy life.
100. Can't complain with that. Righto, brother.
That was unreal. Young 19-year-old already killing it, eh? It's fucking pretty cool to see.
You 20 this year? August, eh?
Yeah, end of August. So, yeah, it's 20.
And lads like you, bro, that like get into this shit early. And that's the thing, like skills don't teach us shit. So for you to like kind of go on that side quest and find that.
Yeah, that was
Big inspiration for younger blokes.
part of the reason I dropped out. Was I knew what I wanted to do. Got offered a job, and that job would put me on the right path to achieve what I wanted. So just made sense.
Yep. 100, yeah. 100% right. I just still can't. I still remember the day you told me you had 2 properties, eh? Because you would have been 18 at the time, I think. And I was just like, what? Like, you're just such a mind flip, bro. So, yeah, congrats to you, bro.
Cheers.
Respect. But
Yeah.
over there, Jet.
Yeah, sweet as. Awesome.
Cheers for having me.
Yeah, all good. Cheers for
No
listening on
problem.
Potty.
Manifest Podcast.